So Anthropic has released Claude Sonnet 5 along with 145 pages of system code explaining exactly how the model was built and how it was tested and what exactly changed. The real story is about Claude becoming much better at finishing work. So in this video, I'll show you the 5 biggest upgrades. The first and probably the biggest improvement is agentic AI. In the whole system card, they keep on focusing and talking about agentic. It tries to complete an entire task. For example, I ask to write a code. It can plan the complete implementation, use external tools, search different document that is in my repository, work inside a terminal, verify the result. And this is really important. Verify the result and keep going until the task is complete. If you look at the system card, you'll notice that Anthropic isn't just testing question answering anymore. They are testing browser use and heavily on computer use because they are spending more and more money on improving the OS world benchmark. The second major improvement is coding, how Anthropic is measuring it. Instead of asking simple programming question, they are evaluating Claude on real software engineering tasks. That's SWE bench verified and Claude Sonnet 5 reached around 85.2%, showing strong performance on real world engineering tasks than the toy example. So if you are using Claude Code or building an agent, this is one of the biggest upgrades in this release. The third thing that stood out to me is computer use. And this is something I think a lot of people underestimate. Anthropic has invested heavily in benchmarks like OS World, like I previously mentioned. And these main benchmarks doesn't measure whether the model knows the answer, right? They measure whether it actually operate a computer. Can it open an application, browse website, manage files, and click the right buttons that it has supposed to click, complete an entire workflow without human help. Like, doesn't need to involve a human to suggest it what to do next. And Claude Sonnet 5 achieved 81.2% on OS World verified under Anthropic's evolution setup, which shows just how much focus they are putting on real computer interaction. To me, this is where AI is heading. Now, not better chatbots, better digital workers. Now, here are few interesting details I found while reading the card. First, Claude Sonnet 5 launches at $2 per million input tokens and $10 per output tokens until 31st of August. And after that, the price goes to $3 and $15 respectively. Means for 1 million input token, it will charge $3 after 31st of August and $15 per 1 million output token after 31st of August. And second, Anthropic introduced an updated tokenizer. That means same input may use roughly 1 to 1.35 times more tokens depending on the content. That's exactly why they're offering lower introductory pricing. So after reading both the announcement and full 145 pages of system card, here's my biggest takeaway. Claude Sonnet 5 isn't trying to become the smartest chatbot. It's trying to become one of the most powerful and useful AI worker. Almost every major improvements points in the same direction, like better planning, coding, better computer use, tool use, safety, and most importantly, better task completion. I think that's a much more meaningful improvement than simply changing another's benchmark record. And if you're building AI agent, coding assistant, or automation workflow, Claude Sonnet 5 is definitely a release worth paying attention to. And if you found this breakdown useful, let me know in the comment what you like me to do next. Yeah. And I'm planning to deep dive into some more technical sections of the system card, including Claude Code, prompt injection, and the new agentic evaluation, safety evaluation. If that sounds interesting, make sure to subscribe, right? And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.